Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is the video for the expected value of Rosetta. So in short words, if I open one of these boxes, how much are the cards inside worth? And talking about worth or value, of course, these are game pieces. They are supposed to be fun. And if you have a good evening of drafting with friends, that's the value. But I am just solely looking at the financial value. I am checking the card market prices. That's Europe's biggest marketplace. And well, before I start, I want to say thanks to the patrons who support me. There have been two patrons who just left. One of them was a long time supporter and they didn't write anything. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but yeah, there's like 3 slots left for these early bird patrons. If you want to support me for that work, I don't know why you don't just write a message after a year or so. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna do this anyways. There's 258 boxes on the market. Last time we checked, there have been 383. So that supply has dropped quite significantly. But of course, well, why am I saying of course? But most certainly it's not going to be a situation where supply dries out fast. So the price is 81. The price last time has been 82. All right, supply dropped significantly, price dropped just €1. And here we go into the prices. 140 is what you pay for the, oh, by the way, I did take the first datas on the day after release, which I want to keep going forward for the future releases, and I also have implemented this the last releases so we can exactly compare those datas. Then a day after release, 2 more days later, 3 more days later. So I've taken these numbers yesterday, and then I think 5 days later. This would be on, what was it today? 27th, so 31st. Is there a 31st? Yes. Anyways, 140. The price didn't drop too hard. Well, the price dropped between first day and then 2 more days later was hard. So this is pretty much going sideways. Rainbow Fall, Fabled 69. Then here's the, didn't I open the legendaries? Oh, well, going with the marbles now. Rosetta Thorn, of course. Here's another thing. I have adjusted the pull rates just a bit because we've had more accurate or official pull rates on the homepage. So for instance, legendary rainbow folds, we know exactly how many you get. This was 0.23 away from my pull rates. So I've updated those numbers quite a bit, just a bit. My God, am I tired again? This has been the heaviest week of Flesh and Blood sales in the history of my... I do ship Flesh and Blood daily, every single day, not a day without shipping Fab, since this is on card markets. And this week, I'm telling you, I have had non-stop sales. I sold it out, almost everything. Prices are not that high, so I think if you have a shop and you pay someone to do this, the same thing I do, you would not have made any money. But you're going to see later on. What I wanted to say is the Rosetta Thorn Marvel, we don't know the exact pull rates. This might be lower than I calculated, but I'm just a bit, how should I call this? Just careful, right? The price of 900, I don't think that this is the market price. These are just some offers which they don't sell for. If that drops to 500 and then the expected value goes from 225 to 130, I don't know. It's just, these are the numbers we have, and that's what I'm working with to decide, is it worth to open this box compared to any other Flesh and Blood box. Also, with this release, I am happy that I did it, even though I might have lost money on Rosetta because of the cross sales. So if people order Rosetta cards, more than 50% of these orders also feature other cards of other sets, and I think so. All in all, it has been worth it. Florian, the Marvel adult marvel is at 145. So I changed the order in these pictures. Second place, 129 goes to Verdens. Those are going more or less sideways. The average went from 113 to 112. So yeah, I call this sideways. Young, well, those prices dropped further. The purple version of Aurora is at 55. Then we have Verdens Young at 44 and Briar at 38. The average dropped from 45.70 to 37.80. So that has been quite a price drop. The sigils on average dropped from 26 to 22-ish. That was also significant. The most expensive up here still is much higher than all the rest. 53 is what you pay for the Sigil of Brilliance. And then of course, follow-ups also significantly over average. 28 for Sigil of Conductivity and 30 for Sigil of Either. Those prices, yeah, well, you have some for 12, 13, 15. For Marvel, that's super cheap. I don't know if necessarily the price range has to say that high or not. If not, well, this should come down to the rest. But we don't know. Oh, pretty curious to see. Here's the legendaries. And as you can see, Phase Purgatory, Cold Foil, that's extended out. This went up in price. 130 is what you pay now. So keep that in mind. There's not many on card markets. The average is €1 less than, I say 3 times ago, but it was 4 times ago. It's not September 26th, it's September 27th, but you know what I mean. Also, legendary Rainbow Foils 50, sideways for Phase Purgatory, and this has to be wrong. Either bindings, there's no way this is at 41. I'm sorry, I've had a hiccup there, I think. Legendary Rainbow Foil, that was wrong. I think, what? Sorry guys, I'm going to either bindings 16-ish, 15. All right, I'm gonna go to 15 here. I'm gonna save this. Well, that's just the numbers that I'm writing down. And then I'm gonna do this now. Who cares? I mean, I think people are not watching this anyways. They're just skipping to the end and checking all the graphs, and maybe just to the very last EV graph. And come on, man, focus. Here we go. No, the Google Drive data. So this is, you see all these that I share here are for my Patreons. I'm gonna have to share Rosetta, but all the rest is already shared. Legendary Rainbow Foils. These are the same numbers. That's just, I have the links here to the card market articles, so that from this list I can go in there. And since that original list where I put in these numbers, I'm just copying this over, and this has been wrong. Now this is correct. This is saving, save to drive. Gosh, it's lovely how this works. And this is even a pay version. I mean, Google is free. Right. Refresh data. This should go back down. Yep, to 15. All right, good. But actually, Arcanet Fortress went up to 40. And the average is still up there at 34.60. Right, now that we have fixed this mess, let's look at the Cold Foil Majestics. So Adaptive Dissolver, there's just one more on card market. This went up to 20, which it's always hard to make these predictions, but this has to go higher in price. If there's just one left and it already went up to, this is just, Widow, 18 is what you pay for Widow Veil Respirator. Oh, I'm sorry. Widow Web Crawler. And then 15 is the Widow Veil Respirator. Anyways, average from 12.21 to 11.56, a little bit down. Here, another one that went up, and it's very interesting to see at the beginning, after release. After all, it has been 1 week since release, and seeing crystallizing out which cards go down in price, which cards go up in price. This one right here, this went up. Call to the Grave, Majestic, Rainbow Foil, Extended Art, 80 for one copy. So the average of those went up to 47.33, even more than a day after release. Also here, Eternal Inferno is at 34. Of course, I've sold this for way too low, but you never know. You never know. And that's also interesting seeing this. Now, on to the Majestic Rainbow foils. We have a shared first place with Gone in the Flash and Channel Lightning Valley, 30 each, 30 each. So it's really interesting to see these four cards being so much more expensive than the rest. This one up here, that's at 15, yeah. So I don't know, keep this in mind. It's two cards which went from moderate prices to the first place, and then the ones that have been most expensive at the beginning are now still expensive, but not top tier. Anyways, Felling a Crown, Plow Under, those two are also expensive, 24 a piece, or 23.40, 80. The average is at 9.55, which is also going sideways. So, Majestic Rainbow foils, last card prices we are looking at. By the way, I didn't count the common cold foils, and we know why. Now those are like 40 cents a piece. I knew this would have been the case, that's why I didn't include them here, because it doesn't make sense calculating those out in a EV video. Gone in the Flash, most expensive, 25. You see, this came from $8 and now it's at 25. Of course, I sold this one out as well. Channel Lightning Valley, wow, also from 7 to 23. There has been, of course, I sold this one out as well. Just, I should do this slower, maybe. I mean, looking at all these expensive ones, these all went up in price except for, what's green? Channel the Millennium Tree, but there's not many of those available. Maybe I should not just, if I sell this for 7 and then release it for 10, and I'm like, yeah, $3 more, and then the last one's for 12, well, now it's at 23, and I should have just raised the price more or waited to put it up for sale. I don't know. Felling the Crown, Plow Under, those are at 22. So basically the same price for all these. These are the four cards in non-foil and in foil, which are the expensive ones. And now we know, now it's clear to see, and well, that looks good. All right, expected value, really quick. Here are some low value categories. The Fabled Rainbow Foil, 141 per box. Majestic Cold Foils, 165 per box. Majestic Rainbow Foil Extended Arts, 225. That has changed in order as well. I'm just going to do this real quick. All right, easy. So that looks good. And then on top we do have the Rosetta, which I don't know if that necessarily will be staying up there all the time. We shall see. Maybe I can imagine this for 600-700. I don't know, but that's just, you know, that's just me. Should have changed these as well. I'm sorry. Marvel Hero Young for 360. And Marvel Hero Adult for 399. Ah, oh my god. Why did I... Marvel Hero Young, then Marvel Hero Adult. I mean, I'm not doing a video while doing all this, but the corrections, you're just gonna have to stick with me. I'm doing this before I start the video, of course, but this time I didn't pay close attention. Right, so guys, it's a great set. These prices are going sideways, let's call it like this. €5 per box for the Cold Foil Legendaries, $8.65 per box for the Rainbow Foil Legendaries, and then the Majestics. It's all about the Majestics. The Rainbow Foils are still at $11.37, and the non-foils went up to $24.89 per box. Beautiful number. Super nice to see that these go up in price. I still don't know if I'm going to reorder. The price for one box is 81. Of course, I do pay less. I pay like 74-ish if I do make deals with local game stores. But this is still higher than the box price. I'm thinking about it. I mean, it looks good. You just lose $9 per box. I I just don't know why I should put in all this work. I mean, it was basically really non-stop. 60 hours, believe me. Live stream, 10 hours. Even though I've made a break, I just open everything in 10 hours. Tidy up, sort everything. That takes just as long. Put it up for a sale on card market. Every single card. I don't have an automated system. Find the prices, put them up there, and then sell all this stuff. I mean, if I have it in these boxes and somebody wants 110 of those, I'm going to have to get all those out, put them into a letter or a package, relist them, check the price, maybe go up or down with the price, and oh boy, it has been, I mean, it's still great work. I could do this every 3 months, but non-stop for always and forever, not at all. I mean, I would have made, I mean, I'm not earning enough for that. So anyways, that's the expected value. It's super nice to see that this being stable already. We're gonna go compare it to the other sets next time again. Then we're gonna see how this develops like 1.5 weeks after release. Thanks for watching. I think I'm gonna do, I mean, I skipped the Friday's video, what I sold. This time I think it's going to be super interesting, but it's going to be so much. I think what I'm going to do is later tonight. Yeah, then that's going to be a long video as well. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful weekend. And if you have anything, any questions, just feel free to ask. I answer every YouTube comment. If it's a good comment, you get a good answer. If it's just a hi, I'm going to send a smiley. But I'm reading it all. I'm answering it all. Thanks for being part of this. And I think we're not going to open anything on Sunday. I think it's not, I don't know. I didn't reorder anything. It really depends on this expected value. So thanks, bye.